See, we have marked the corner points, that is A, B, and C. Now next point is that we have to write down the coordinates at A, B, and C. Okay, so at A, what are the coordinate values? So at A, I can write x1 is 0. At A, x1 is 0 and x2 is 40. Got it? Similarly, now at C, x1 is 22, x2 is 0. Okay. Now at B, what are the coordinates? What are the coordinates? Again, I am repeating, if you are solving this numerical with the help of graph, it is very easy to find out the coordinates at middle locations. You have to just extend the line from this point in horizontal direction and vertical direction. You can easily get the coordinates of x1 and x2. But if you are solving this numerical with the help of plain paper, it is very difficult to find out the coordinates at point B. So what I told you in last lecture, how to find the coordinate at this particular location when we are getting this kind of conditions. So first of all, you have to check which lines are passing through these particular points. See, there are two lines passing through this point. One is this line and second is this line. So simply what we have to do, we have to equate the equation of these two lines. What we have to do, we have to equate the equations of these two lines. I am repeating again. What we have to do, we have to select the lines which are passing through these particular points. So we know that this line and this line are passing through this point. Next, what we have to do, we have to equate these two lines equation. From that, we'll get the value of x1 and x2. I will show you. Now see, through this point, this line is passing, and through this point, this line is passing. Okay, means equation number 2 and equation number 3, or we can say line number 2 and line number 3 are passing through this particular point. So I will write here. Sorry, the page is not. So I will write from equation 2 and 3. From equation 2 and 3. What is equation number 2? That is 3000 x1 plus 1000 x2 is greater than or equal to 40,000. 3000 x1 plus 1000 x2 is equal to 40,000. I will directly write equal to. What is the equation number 3? That is, this is 3000. 2000 x1 plus 5000 x2 is equal to 44,000. Now we have to solve this two simultaneous equation, then we'll get x1 and x2. Okay, we have to solve this simultaneous equation, we'll get the value of x1 and x2. How we can solve? First of all, before solving, we have to make any one variable same, or we can say we have to make the coefficient of any variable same. So what we have to do? We have to multiply equation number 1 with 2. We have to multiply equation number 2, this equation with 3. Then what will happen? The coefficient of x1 will become same. Means if you multiply with 2, it will become 6000 x1. Here, if you have multiplied with 3, it will become 6000 x1. So this will become 6000 x1 plus 2000 x2 is equal to 80,000. काय केलं आपण? हा जो इक्वेशन नंबर 2 आहे आणि हा इक्वेशन नंबर 3 आहे. इक्वेशन नंबर 2 ला आपण 2 ने मल्टिप्लाय केलं, इक्वेशन नंबर 3 ला आपण 3 ने मल्टिप्लाय केलं. जेव्हा आपण असं मल्टिप्लाय करतो त्या केस मध्ये x1 चा जो कोएफिशिएंट आहे तो सेम होऊन जाईल. ओके, नाउ द इक्वेशन नंबर 3 will become, that is 2000 into 3, 6000 x1 plus 5000 into 3, 15,000 x1 x2, 44,000 into 3, it will become, I think, 40,000 into 3, 14666. Sorry. 40,000, 44,000 into 3. It is 132,000. Okay. Now we have to do the simplification. Now what I will do? I will subtract the equation number 3 from equation number 2. So this will become minus. This sign will become minus, and this sign will become minus. So 6,000 x1 minus 6,000 x1, it will become 0. Now plus 2,000 minus 15,000, it will become minus 13,000 x2 is equal to now 80,000 minus 1,32,000. Then it will become, I think, 52,000 minus 52,000. Got it? So first I will cancel this symbol minus minus. Then x2 will become how much? 4. x2 will become 4. Once we got the value of x2, we have to put this value in either equation, any either equation. म्हणजे वरच्या equation number 2 किंवा 3 पैकी कुठल्याही एका equation मध्ये put करायची x2 ची value. So put x2 is equal to 4 in equation number 2. See, this 3,000 x1 will remain as it is, plus 1,000 into 4 is equal to 40,000. Okay, so 3,000 x1, this 1,000 into 4, it will become 4,000. When it will go to the right hand side, it will get minus from this 40,000, it will become 36,000. So x1 will become 12. x1 will become 12. Means what? The coordinates at point B are, just a minute. See, the coordinates at point B are x1 is 12, x2 is 4. So I will write here x1 is 12 and x2 is 4. Okay. Now we got the coordinates at A, B, C location. Now we have to check at which location will get the minimum cost. So how? That we will see. First of all, I will write our objective function, that is z minimum is equal to, what is the objective function? 600x1 plus 400x2. Okay. Now we have to find the value of z at each location, that is A, B, C. We have the values at A, B, C, that is x1 and x2. So first of all, I will calculate z minimum at A, location A, where the coordinates are 0, 40. Now this 0 will shows the value of x1 and this 40 will shows the value of x2. So simply put in this equation, in 600 into 0 plus 400 into 40. How much it will become? That is 16,000. Similarly, I will calculate z minimum at location B, where the coordinates are 12, 4. Now this 12 is nothing but x1, this 4 is nothing but x2. Simply put this value in this equation, then it will become 600 into 12 plus 400 into 4. How much? That is 7,200, I think. Just I will check. 7,200 plus 1,600. How much? It is 8,800. Okay, I will calculate the z minimum at location C, where the coordinates are 22, 0. Means x1 is 22, x2 is 0. Then it will become 600 into 22 plus 400 into 0. After simplification, how much it will come? 600 into 22. That is 13,200. 13,200. Now, which value we have to consider? Which value we have to consider out of these three values? What they have asked? Minimum operating cost. So where we are getting minimum operating cost? At B 12, 4. We are getting the minimum operating cost is 8,800 at B 12, 4. Means this will be our final answer, or this will be our correct answer. Got it? This will be the correct answer. So here we have to write down the minimum operating cost is rupees 8,800 at location B 12, 4. Got it? The minimum operating cost is rupees 8,800 at location B 12, 4. So this is the first question they have asked. Correct? This is the first question they have asked. See, minimize the production cost, means the minimum production cost is 8,800. And what they have asked, for how many days each plant be run in April. म्हणजे सोलन प्लांट आणि मोहननगर प्लांट किती दिवस रन करायला पाहिजे एप्रिल मध्ये. What we have decided, Solan plant will run for X1 days, Mohannagar plant will run for X2 days. So from this we can write Solan plant will run for 12 days, Mohannagar plant will run for 8 days. So I will write Solan plant will run for 12 days, Mohannagar plant will run for 4 days. So this will be our final answer. What they have asked, we have to find the number of days. So here we have found it, Solan plant and Mohannagar plant, they are working for 12 and 4 days simultaneously, and the minimum operating cost is 8,800 rupees. So this will be our final answer. Got it? Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, great. Now I will give one numerical as a homework. See, take down this numerical. That is minimize z is equal to 20x1 plus 10x2, and they have given the constraints, various constraints. But the thing is that in this question they have given the constraint less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. म्हणजे जे आपण प्रीवियस न्यूमेरिकल बघितले त्यामध्ये आपण लेस दॅन और इक्वल टू चे न्यूमेरिकल्स होते किंवा कन्स्टंट्स होते, आणि आता जो न्यूमेरिकल बघितले त्यामध्ये सगळे जे कन्स्टंट्स होते ग्रेटर दॅन और इक्वल टू होते. या क्वेश्चन मध्ये मी दोन्ही मिक्स करून दिलेले. नाउ आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग आन्सर फ्रॉम युअर साइड. I am expecting the answer from your side. Okay, so take the screenshot of this numerical. I have directly given the final formation of LPP. You don't require to form tabular form. After that, you don't have to make decision variables, all those things. You have to just, what you have to do, find out the coordinates x1 and x2 for each constraints, and you have to find out the feasible region. After finding the feasible region, you have to find at what coordinates or at what location we are getting the value of z is minimum. That's it. It is very simple. I am expecting answer from your side. Okay. So I hope you have understood the graphical method. I will stop here. In next lecture, we'll start the simplex method. Okay. Thank you.